part 1 video. The sign said, "This must be the place." This is the place. The city has this beautiful aroma of dead fish today. It's gorgeous. Like the mayor said in Ghostbusters 2, being miserable is every New Yorker's God-given right. So that's one of the perks of being back. One of the other perks is being able to meet up with good friends at a second's notice for happy hour. Cheers. Pinkies up. Always pinkies up, right, Ashley?
Sure.
Always. That's right. One of the other great, amazing things about being back is being able to immerse myself in the art and culture that New York has to offer on literally every street corner. One of the other perks of being back is the food. Now, don't get me wrong, Vegas has some amazing food options. That's fairly tied to the Strip and select other areas. In New York, you can't find great food everywhere, but you do have more variety on a larger kind of surface area than you do in pretty much anywhere else. Another great perk is around every street corner, you might randomly run into a really great old friend. The one hat that doesn't make my head look fat. I love it. Good, thank you. Look, nice and slick. All right, let's go, Mets. World Series, baby, right? Magnolia. It's pretty, right? It's famous, right? Worst fucking cupcakes in the city. It's like fucking rocks. The rock biter from Neverending Story would like that shit. Not any real human. So here's the thing about the street fairs in New York. They suck. They're almost all the same. Same vendors on every other block. All chains. Nothing really original anymore. You really have to like look really closely to find the actual gem with actual real artists showcasing their stuff. Other than that, it's just the same old shit over and over and over. So, you know, and it's in the heat. So, what was once cool is now just commercial.
Yeah, I like those
call it like a
too.
genie lamp.
I always used to call it that. Ooh, daddy.
And a perk by no means exclusive to New York, but getting to visit new spots such as Forest Hills. It's really cute little quaint area and has some really good shops.
No Dunkin'.
On my to-do list on this trip was to visit Little Island finally. It opened last summer before I left, but I just didn't get a chance to go. Spectacular views, great cultural events, and later in the evening I got to revisit the Frying Pan for the best sangria in New York City.
Give it up for Jared!
So this was the block I lived on, Guernsey Street in Greenpoint. My apartment now might be Superior, but this neighborhood was a Superior neighborhood. Also, I miss that guy. He just flies around the East River and just lands on the river and takes off again. That's what he does. From Long Island City to like Williamsburg, up and down, up and down. He's got one of those like water planes. Like I was saying, this was a Superior neighborhood, and had I been able to afford the Superior prices, I definitely never would have left. But that's life. That's New York, even before the pandemic and even before inflation. But the land where the trees meet, and the land I can't afford. This is a great neighborhood. It was really nice going from the projects in the Bronx to Harlem to Newark to then all of a sudden the premier neighborhood in Brooklyn at the time, like 2014, 2015. So la vie. Okay, so this building, that one, I used to call it the Leaning Tower of Greenpoint because look at it. Look at it. It's like slanted to the side. People used to live in there. When I lived here, people lived in there. Now look at it. It's abandoned. You got all the signs on the door. Hopefully they're demolishing it, because I don't know if that building can be repaired. It's like, I don't know if you can fully tell how it's slanted to the side, but fucking dangerous. The Leaning Tower, Greenpoint. I've missed this neighborhood.
My favorite way to get around New York City, if you're anywhere close to the water, is take the New York City ferry. Side note, I was interviewed by Greg Mocker on the Pix 11 News when the ferry first kind of started picking up steam. No pun intended. They just raised the prices, but I have to say, if you've had a hard day at work, like, this is the perfect way to unwind at the end of a long day. Alas, I was on the bus back to Jersey one last time. This trip was winding down, and I was to leave for Vegas the next day. It was a very bittersweet, melancholy, sad day. Got to see a lot, do a lot, in beautiful weather. But it was like a cloud over my head knowing that in 24 hours, I'd be back in Vegas.
It's our last day in the New York area, this trip. And I've got a cat sitting on my head, as is protocol. I'm so sad. I don't want to go. Peekaboo. I don't want to leave you. What are you looking at? You know, it's very first world problems to be like, oh, I got this fancy apartment and the lease isn't up for a while because I want to be here now. Like, oh, how spoiled and bratty. But, like, in your heart, when time is up in a certain spot, and you have to stay there for longer than you really want to. God, this is a flattering angle of me. It's like the face weight just, like, droops down. It's how I feel. How do you... Oh, okay. Well, good night. Please don't fart on my head.
Alas, I was not meant to go just yet. As the skies opened and the rains came down, I was like, hell no, I'm not flying in this. So I pushed my flight back a few days. And then the skies cleared up. And I was able to go to what's quickly become my favorite neighborhood in all of New York, Long Island City. It's a Greek spot that I absolutely love for brunch. Woodbines, which if I ever am fortunate enough to move here, will become my hangout. Watch the Mets on TV. Some wine bars where I got some questionable cider. And it's the only thing that was questionable. They have great cultural events. The waterfront is absolutely stunning. You can lay on the grass, bathe in the sun, and the best part about Long Island City is all the live free music.
Where did we go wrong?
By far my favorite place in Long Island City is Culture Lab. It is an event space, outdoor live free music, an indoor free art gallery, and more. It is the perfect place to fall back in love with New York at. Just like I did there and everywhere else you saw in this vlog. My heart is here.
The airport security at JFK, back kind of where I started these New York videos. So now I go to gate 17, which is fitting because I came here for number 17. So, yep. Wish me luck.
And Vegas will always be a second home to me. I will always visit there. I will always go back and do content there. And then come back and do content here. I'll be the New Yorker in two places. This is where I belong. I want to have more of a presence in Balls' kids' lives. I want to see him more often, his family, all my friends who are expecting now, all the people you saw in these vlogs, and more, and more. I don't regret leaving. I set some goals for myself, and I met almost all of them. Vegas has been really, really good to me, but it's also been very isolating and lonely. Everything in life is balancing and yang. I wondered what it would be like being here. My therapist said, take this vacation, Shane, day by day. See how every day makes you feel, but by day 3, I knew. And every day since has been just reinforced that this is where I belong, this is home, this is the place. I've always said, because I'm a morbid bastard, that I wish I knew how much time I had left in this world. Like, I could plan it all out, everything I want to get done. And I know that's not how you're supposed to live life. You should live life doing it all. So it's kind of great that now going back, I'll quickly know within a few weeks the deadline of when I'm leaving. At most, it's March 2023, so I can plan out all the things on my vlog bucket list. I know there are things I'm not going to get to, and I will go back for them.
JetBlue welcomes you to Vegas, where the local time is 7:21 p.m. For your safety, please keep your...
But I have now a time frame. I know how long I have to get and do the things done and that I want to do. And I'm going to do them.
Nah.
I'm going to cry getting on that plane.
Maybe not outwardly, but inwardly. There's a lot here that I don't want to leave behind, and I'm really gonna miss. But my water bottle fell. I have the beauty and the luxury of being able to be here and be there. Oh, the Vegas heat. Still much better heat than New York. 7 weeks away. I will be coming back maybe sooner rather than later for however long in whatever capacity. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I'm going to take it as it goes, and I'm going to enjoy both places. Both places are home. It's going to be a lot to figure out financially and logistically. Finding an apartment here is friggin' next to impossible. My friend's like, you know, you're going to be giving up a luxury apartment and patio and dishwasher and washer dryer unit and clean floors and no cracks on the walls and you're going to be inviting back roaches into your life. I know. I'm home. But that's the price you pay for living here in my home of New York City with some of the best people I can imagine in my life, my family, and those new. Anyway, maybe consider liking, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell icon, notifications, this, that, and notify, commenting. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. Do what your heart tells you. Like my heart is telling me, come back. I appreciate you watching. Thank you for watching. I love you for watching. And a bug just hit my head. So, New York. Home delayed, but sweet home.